Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 13 of Season 5, our FIFA 12 Bolton Wanderers Manager Mode commentary. And as you guys can probably hear, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but as FIFA 13 is coming out pretty damn quickly, I don't really have time to stop making videos, and I need to get these out as soon as possible in order to finish the season before FIFA 13 comes out. So on your screen you see we have two matches against Everton and Aston Villa, but I also have a match against Derby County in the FA Cup. It just hasn't come up yet, and also transfer deadline day is going to be included in next episode, as I don't really have time to put it in this episode. But looking at the Barclays Premier League table, and we are on 46 points, 3 points clear of Manchester United and 6 points clear of Manchester City and Chelsea. But moving on to player and goal of the episode for last episode, and as voted by you guys, it was Falcao. He scored a pretty nice goal there against West Ham and also scored some other important goals, so thank you guys for voting on that. But unfortunately I can't bring in Thibaut Courtois. A number of you guys wanted me to bring him in to replace Steve Mandanda, but unfortunately Sunderland do not have enough strength in depth to replace him, so unfortunately we can't bring him in, so our options are slowly decreasing. But moving on to our first match of the episode against Everton, and Everton have always been a really tough side to play against. I've always struggled against them, and especially Victor Anichebe always seems to score against me, and Everton do get off to a lot more positive start. Here you have Jack Rodwell, he lays it off to Tim Cahill on the edge of the area, and he has a shot, but Mandanda makes a good save there, comes out to Anichebe, he crosses to Cahill in the centre, but his header just goes wide of the post. We actually have a chance here. Falcao lays it off to Shaqiri on the flank, and he cuts inside and tries for the finesse into the bottom left hand corner, but unfortunately just can't quite get enough on it. But yet again we're on the attack, this time Luka Modric playing through Shaqiri, and this time he tries to take it around the keeper but gets completely taken out there, and I have no idea how that isn't a penalty. Having a look at the replay here, and the defender just completely takes him out. I think that has Arteta actually, and that is quite clearly a penalty in my own view, but nonetheless we're on the attack. Shaqiri on the flank tries to get his cross in, and Falcao does meet the cross with a header, but it is a comfortable save for Tim Howard. I think it's Lucas Fabianski actually. I always thought it was Howard, but I think it's Lucas Fabianski actually. But Ibra there with a pretty nice turn and skill, and then the finesse, just quite a comfortable save for Fabianski. And at half time it is Bolton Wanderers 0, Everton 0, but we completely dominated in the first half, and yet again we have another chance, this time Ibra, and it's 3 versus 2, lots of support in the centre. He lays it off to Falcao, and in the kind of form he is in, he is not going to miss any of those chances, and just after half time he does put us 1-0 ahead. It was a good pass from Ibra, but the finish from Falcao was as always a perfect finish. And we have another chance here. Luka Modric tries for the long shot, and it comes off the crossbar and just bounces out. Unfortunately it doesn't come to any of our players, but we really were cranking up the pressure now, and yet again Luka Modric tries for a shot, but it is blocked by the defenders and it only goes out for a throw. And yet again we're keeping up the pressure. Luka Modric with another fantastic pass to Falcao, and his shot is well saved by Fabianski, and it really is Fabianski keeping them in the match. They were just completely penned in their own half, so I decided to make a few substitutions just to really strengthen our team, and a lovely 1-2 there between Ibra and Falcao, and now Ibra just does a little chip over Fabianski, and what a goal that was by Ibra, just to clinch all 3 points. And I haven't scored a chip in ages, so I was really happy to score a chip there. And at full time it is Bolton Wanderers 2, Everton 0, so a really important 3 points there and a clean sheet. Haven't had one of those in a long time, and we are going to be flogging off this Rue bloke. He's a substitute, well he's not even a substitute really, and I get 2.4 million for him. And I also sell Tyrone Mears as well for 2.1 million, just trying to get as much cash as possible, so if we have the option we can buy a top quality goalkeeper. And now I have the option to purchase Ter Stegen for 14.5 million. However, if I do manage to sell Mandanda and I get all that cash for him, I could then bring in a really top quality goalkeeper, either like Hugo Lloris or Manuel Neuer, so I'm just going to be stalling on that for a long time. But now guys, look at this. Jack Wilshere wants to leave Arsenal, he wants to leave the club, and he is going to be sold in this transfer window, so I am going to be actually trying to sign him. I do really want to sign him, but if I do sign him, then unfortunately I will not be able to replace Steve Mandanda. But Mandanda has been on a pretty good run of form lately, so if he does keep that up over the rest of the season, then it won't exactly be the biggest problem in the world. But on to our second match of the episode now against Derby County, and as you guys probably know, I actually lost to Derby County 1-0 last episode, but we actually start off the match on the attack. Cheick Tiote powering through the midfield, and a really good pass there to Hernandez, and he scuffed stuffs his effort just wide of the post. He really should have taken that chance. It was a good chance, and unfortunately he did not take it. But this time, Derby County on the attack. They are a good team at home, and Sifka, he tried to pass it across there, I think, but unfortunately for him, I actually blocked off the option. So in the end, he tried for the shot, and that was an absolutely terrible shot there by Sifka. But now we're on the attack once again, and Hernandez gets a bit lucky there, manages to scramble through the defence. It's a good save by the keeper, and eventually it is cleared out for a corner from the defender, but nothing comes of it. And look at this pass there by Murphy into the path of Hernandez, and this time he does put it in the back of the net on the 23rd minute. A pretty clinical finish, but he had missed some chances prior to this, so I wasn't exactly happy for him, but it is a goal nonetheless against Derby County. But Derby on the attack now, just trying to get that instant reply, and Djibril Cissé there, but it was a good save by Steve Mandanda, but we actually let Djibril Cissé get away far too easily there, and defensively we're still not quite up to scratch. But look at this from Hernandez, gets really lucky, manages to scramble through the defenders, gets really lucky, but then it's another good save by the keeper, and yet again we're keeping up the attack, this time Ibra, and here Ibra is actually pretty damn quick on the flanker here, and he just gets completely taken out from behind. I'm not really sure if it is 100% a penalty, the defenders aren't convinced. Looking at the replay here, and we just see as Ibra turns the ball, the defender sticks out a leg, and Ibra goes tumbling to the ground, and it is Ibra who steps up to take the penalty, and he hits it perfectly into the right hand side of the net. The goalkeeper just stood still in the centre, and he was not getting close to that one. So at half time it was Bolton Wanderers 2, Derby County 0, and at this point in time we are going through to the next round of the FA Cup, so I'm looking forward to that if we can get through to the next round. Djibril Cissé with a shot there, but Mandanda was equal to it, palmed out for the corner though, and this time Djibril Cissé does manage to get a goal back for Derby County, but defensively from that corner we just weren't good enough as Djibril Cissé manages to win the header, and Derby County now pressing, trying to get that equaliser, and Clark there comes out a bit too quickly but recovers fantastically with a really important tackle, and Mandanda can claim that easily. But now we're just trying to consolidate our victory. Hernandez on the ball now, and yet again he does get another goal, this time to make it 3-1, and in comparison to his earlier misses in the first half, that was a clinical finish to make it 3-1. And I just felt a bit sorry for Derby County really. They had come out to attack, they had come out to play, and unfortunately for them Mandanda was in a great run of form, and he was making some really important saves in this match. But here we're just trying to clear out every time, but we just can't get it out of our own area. That was my own fault really. I was trying to pass it, I was trying to play it out, but when I really should have just smashed it out like I did there. And just after that I decided to make all three substitutions all at one go, because at this point, you know, at 3-1 it's pretty much over already, and I just wanted to recover some fitness and some stamina. And we're on the counter attack now, and Hernandez, look at that space he has, and Hernandez, he is very very quick and gets straight past Barker there, has support in the centre in the shape of Ibra, but unfortunately he just can't win the header, and the goalkeeper does eventually manage to claim it. But at full time it is Bolton Wanderers 3, Derby County 1, and we are going through to the next round of the FA Cup. And here I am going to be selling Clark for 8.5 million. His transfer value is only 7.5 million, so it is a great offer, and I can use that money to bring in some other players. But here you see I am trying to bring in Jack Wilshere, and what happens here is really really harsh. So I've had my transfer offer accepted, I then go to contract offer, and I give him everything that he wants, 160 grand per week and on a 3-year contract. I even gave him a little bit extra in added bonuses and stuff like that. Just going to speed this up a little bit, and remember guys, I've had my transfer offer accepted for 24.5 million, and then they flog him off to Manchester City for 21 million. I could not believe that. I honestly thought I could bring in Jack Wilshere for a really cheap price, but he's stolen away from me by Manchester City, and it had to be them of all people, didn't it? But anyway, now I'm going to be flogging off Steve Mandanda for 11 million. His transfer value is actually dropped a little bit, so I want to flog him off, and hopefully I can then bring in a real high quality goalkeeper, either in the shape of Hugo Lloris or Manuel Neuer, because if I do manage to bring them in, then that would be pretty damn awesome. But unfortunately for our match against Aston Villa here, we are going to have to play Jussi Jääskeläinen, and I really can't keep him because my god, I would never be able to pronounce that correctly every single match I play. But regardless, on to the match itself now, and to be honest, I really wasn't feeling too confident about this one. You know, when you have a match and you're not at home and you just kind of think, I'm probably not going to get anything from this one. That's the kind of feeling I had. But Falcao had a pretty good chance there, and it was a good save by the keeper. But look at that tackle from Hummels there, completely stopping the attack. It was a great tackle by Hummels, and Hummels has always been a really great player for us, and yet again, another fantastic fantastic tackle by him. But guys, can somebody please tell me how this is a free kick? I have absolutely no idea how it is. The ball's lofted in though by Chris Smalling, gets knocked on by one of my own defenders into the path of Niall Ranger, and he puts it in the back of the net to give Aston Villa the lead. But as you can see, it's knocked on by one of my own defenders, and Jääskeläinen can't get close to it. It's really unfortunate on him, but defensively from my own defender, it was absolutely terrible. We're on the attack now. Falcao driving into the area, trying to get an instant reply, and he sweats it across to Ibra to score the sweaty goal. But as it is against the AI, I really have to stop talking about this. It doesn't really matter that much. But just before half time, Aston Villa had one last attack. Niall Ranger tries to curl one into the top hand corner, but it's a comfortable save for Jääskeläinen, and at half time it is 1-1. And to be honest, not really much happened in the first half. The second half was a lot more interesting though. Falcao on the ball, just driving into the penalty area, tries to get a shot with his right foot into the bottom right hand corner, but it is a good save by Shay Given and eventually cleared out. But this time Modric now on the ball. Look at this shot there, hits the post and then comes out to Falcao on the rebound, and he puts it in the back of the net. It's really unlucky from Modric. That was a really good shot and would have gone in the bottom hand corner, but you know, it got quite lucky that it went out to Falcao, and Aston Villa tried to get back into equalise, but a really good save from Jääskeläinen, and then the block there when it was an open net was really important. But just in the 74th minute, yet again, Aston Villa on the attack, and Jean McCoon plays it into Niall Ranger, and he does get the equaliser just before full time. It was a good pass, but yet again defensively we really are suspect, and we are conceding a lot of goals in this match, which we really shouldn't be conceding. And Crescito here, look at this run here, goes into the penalty area, just smashes it, and it comes off the bar, and then Modric tries for the overhead kick, but sadly he is offside. So just before it, I make one last substitution. Lee Chong-yon on for Sanchez, and Shaqiri breaking down this flank. Look at the speed he has, breaking down the flank, nobody's even close to him, crosses in the 90th minute to Ibra, and you guys know it, Ibra gets that last minute winner to make it 3-2. But look at the cross here from Shaqiri. He went up right up the flank, and then the cross into Ibra was perfect. And at full time, it is Bolton Wanderers 3, Aston Villa 2 to snatch all 3 points as always. And now looking at the Barclays Premier League table, we are top of the table with 52 points, 3 points still in front of Manchester United, and 6 points ahead of Manchester City, and 12 points clear, 9 points clear of Chelsea actually. And now having a little look at Fulham, and they are still top of the Championship with 67 points. They are also 9 points clear, so they are really running out for the title. And now guys, I want to ask you a question. What goalkeeper should I purchase? If you look at my transfer budget, it is absolutely huge, so I can either bring in Hugo Lloris. He's still 29 years old, he's got a great overall, he's a little bit expensive, but he is the same price as Manuel Neuer here. He's also the same age, the same price, the same overall, he's the same everything. And also we have Marc-Andre Stegen, or Stegen, I really am going to have to learn how to pronounce that. So please leave a comment on which goalkeeper you think I should bring in. And now it's time for goal of the episode. So first off, we have the Ibra goal against Everton where he chipped it over Fabianski. That was a quality goal there. And then we also have the Hernandez goal against Derby County to make it 3-1. So please leave a comment on which one you think should be goal of the episode, on top of everything else that I've already asked already. And now it's time for player of the episode, and I wasn't really too sure who to give it to. I was tempted to give it to Steve Mandanda, considering he kept a really good clean sheet against Everton, but they didn't actually attack. So I decided to give it to Ibra here, as he scored some really important goals and got us a lot of points in these two matches. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, if you could leave a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you guys for watching.